علمتنا وزدنا علما رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So guys, it's exciting to be with you all today for this lesson. And we're going back to the basics today. We'll do some lessons and we have a Kahoot quiz inshallah afterwards. So we'll be learning today inshallah about
That's what you're saying.
Makharij. So have you guys heard about Makharij before? So we want to talk about the origin of the Quran letters. So that's what we want to talk about today, the origin of the Quran letters. So
Okay.
where do the Quran letters come from? Okay, and how do they get pronounced? So before I go there, who can remind us what we learned last week about the Hamzatul Wasli, just to do a quick recap. So we
Learn
learned
that if it doesn't have like Fata, Noon, or Wow, we would use the third letter and give it that sound.
amazing, yeah. So that's a big topic we learned last week. So when you have a letter that's having a Hamzatul Wasli in the beginning of an ayah, okay, you pronounce it with and it doesn't have a lam after it, you will pronounce it with the what? You'll pronounce it with the sound of the third letter. So that's a great. So today we'll talk about the letters today. We'll talk about the makharij. Okay, I want to ask one quick question to all of you here. Khalid, and I'm sure maybe Fatima is here as well today. Fatima, are you there as well? Am I having Fatima here as well? I saw you, I saw an iPad joining. Is that Fatima?
No, wait.
No, I have someone else join us today, so I'm asking who's that person. Okay, so identify yourself. Let's move ahead and learn this beautiful topic I want to discuss with you all today. Is about the makharij, where the letters come out from in the Quran. So one of the basic thing, right, that all of you, I'm not sure you've learned it, but we'll learn that today all together here. Okay, for those who are already reading the Quran, you're not smooth in recitation, or for anyone who's starting to learn how to read the Quran, fluently as well, you will benefit from this topic today, inshallah. It's not that I'm going through like teaching you all like how to pronounce Quran letters, but we'll go through the nitty-gritty of how do you pronounce it correctly. Sometimes you pronounce the letters of the Quran and you're not pronouncing correctly. So I want to ask anyone here, how many of you guys know how many Quran letters do we have? So how many letters of the Quran do we have? Who's gonna
26.
26? So are you sure you're just guessing?
Jim, Zal, Dal,
How many Quran letters do we have? We don't have 26, is more than that.
Wait, more? 32.
32? Are you sure about 30?
What is what you're guessing? 32, yes.
You said what? You got
32.
You said what, 19?
32.
32. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Your final answer? You super sure or you're not sure that much? Okay. Okay, so we got anyone else want to tell us how many Quran letters do we have?
Well, you're searching it on. Yes, searching it on.
You guys can you know how to go into Google and search stuff, right? I give you guys the chance to do that. How many Quran letters do we have? So you get to know the letters, where they all come from. Okay, you just know the number right now. And that's the main thing I wanna have you all learn right now. So the number of
30.
the letters,
30.
30. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so that's good attempt. That's good attempt, everyone. So the Quran letters, the Tajweed Quran letters,
300,000.
they are 29. They are 29. Fatima.
29.
29 Tajweed letters of the Quran. And these beautiful letters,
it's all your fault.
They come out from some 5 regions of the mouth. So that's what we wanna learn today, everyone. We want to learn about where these letters come out from, and so that we know how to pronounce them correctly.
Camera's already on.
Correctly. Okay, so everyone here knows alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, right? You all know that, right? So, but sometimes you cannot pronounce them correctly. So we want to talk about that today, everyone. So we got 29 Quran letters, Tajweed letters of the Quran. And you know, the letters are here, guys. You guys all know the letters. This letter here. Okay. It's pretty easy, right? The thing is that you got a letter that has many shapes. So like ya can have like almost 5 shapes. So this is a ya, this is a ya. Okay. It could have like 5 different shapes. So you guys should know about it. However, the Quran letters are 29. The Tajweed Quran letters are 29. Okay, so the alif to the hamza. So why is it 29? Some people will say it's 28. The Arabic letters can be 28, but the Quran letters are 29 because alif and hamza separates letters, but they can come together at the same time to pronounce one sound. Okay, so but they are separate because anytime you see the hamza on top of an alif, you're gonna pronounce the hamza. Okay, so that's why the Quran letters are 20. Yeah, the Tajweed letters are 29. Okay, so the hamza can be on top, so you can see an hamza. This is an alif, right? Everyone see the alif. You see my stuff. I'm writing some stuff on the screen. You all see that?
Yes.
All see that? Great, amazing. And so the letters, the hamza can be on top of what? Can be on top of an alif. So this is an alif here. So you can have an hamza on top of it. So anytime the hamza is on top of the alif, we're not pronouncing the alif anymore. We'll pronounce the hamza. Or when you see the hamza at the bottom of an alif, you will not pronounce the alif. You would pronounce the hamza. So Khalid, we said something about the alif and hamza earlier. What's the main difference between alif and hamza? I want someone to give me that answer. We talked about it, I think 2 weeks ago, we started talking about the difference between hamza and alif. So who's going to tell me, Aliyah? You guys have the floor, let us know. Alif and hamza, what is the tajweed difference between them?
And Aleph doesn't get pronounced.
Great. And then
And
the hamza get pronounced.
yeah.
Alif does not have a sound that will be pronounced out. Okay, so the alif is used to elongate the sound of letters. It's not having a sound on its own. Okay, so the hamza can be pronounced on its own. So what is the sound of the hamza? The sound of the hamza is ah. So that's how it's pronounced in the letters, especially whenever it has the fatha. So when the hamza has like a fatha, it's gonna be ah, ah, ah. Okay, but however, whenever the hamza has a kasra, okay, we all know what sound is gonna be. This is a simple question. Who's gonna tell me when the hamza has a kasra, how do you sound it? Fatima, is that Fatima?
Yes.
When the hamza has a kasra, how do you pronounce it? Okay, no worries. You don't know the sound yet,
Yeah,
right?
you love her.
Okay, so the kasra is e sound, and so when hamza has a kasra, it's gonna sound e, right? So the alif and the hamza are 2 different letters. However, they can be together sometimes. So let me give you guys an hint of what we've learned that we need to recap as well. So hamza can use the alif as a chair, can sit on the alif.
Lila.
So the hamza will pronounce. Hamza can be on top of a ya like this. The hamza will be pronounced. Hamza can be on top of a wa. When you have that, the hamza is pronounced. Or hamza can be at the bottom of an alif. In that scenario, the hamza is pronounced as well. Right? Is that everything you all know right now? So hamza will be pronounced instead of the alif. Whenever it's on the top of the alif, or the bottom of the alif, or on the top of the ya, or on the top of the wa. Okay? Or even if it's at the bottom of the ya as well, you gotta pronounce the hamza. You guys see now the hamza is a champion right now all the time. So the hamza is a champion. So how many Quran letters do we have, everyone? We're gonna have a Kahoot quiz before we leave today, guys. So make sure you pay attention. Okay. So how many Quran letters do we have, everyone? Khalid. How many Quran
Um,
Tajweed letters do we have? I said that in inception. That was my first.
29.
29. 29, yeah. We got 29 Quran Tajweed letters. 29. Okay? And so these are all the letters. So we have, like I said earlier, the alif, the ba, the ta, the sa, the jim, the ha, kha, da, the, and all of them. Zain. So Fatima, I want you to go and practice the Quran Qaida app. So listen to the letters, practice the module 1, and listen to the letters sound so you get the hang of it. So these are all the letters. So the wow, the ha. So see, this ha, for instance, have like almost 5 shapes that you see in the Quran. And so you need to be aware of it. You need to know what is that letter when you see the shape. And this is the hamza.
Yeah.
The ya can also have like 5 different shapes. Okay? So there are
Okay.
29 letters. So the question I want to ask right now is that where do all these letters come out from? How do we pronounce them? Where do they all come out from in our mouths? So when you know where the letters come out from, you'll be able to pronounce them perfectly. You'll be able to pronounce them correctly. You'll be able to pronounce them excellently, right? So we're gonna go into discussing that right now. Any question? Any question? Anyone got any question right now? Khalid,
No.
Aliyah, Fatima, you don't got questions. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about where the letters come out from. Okay, let's talk about where the letters come out from. Okay, you guys see this beautiful image I put here, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go here, guys. So the letters of the Quran, there are 29 of them. So guys, put it down whenever you're in the class. Put it down, 29 letters of the Quran. And all those 29 letters, so they come out from 5 different regions of our mouths, of our, system of the mouths, the speech part of the body. So where the speech come out from. So there are 5 regions of the mouth or the speech system where the letters come out from. And so you need to know which letter come from which part so that you can know how to pronounce them correctly. So I'll give you guys a homework today with an app practice. So you guys will pronounce the letters. And once you pronounce the letters, it will give you a mark of how many percent you get, how many percent is your accuracy of pronunciation. Okay? So we'll give you that. So we have 29 letters. Okay, out of those 29 letters, the alif, like we said, the alif is not having a sound on its own, but hamza has a sound on its own. So there's what we call the letters, alif on its own, ya on its own, wa on its own. Whenever these letters are in the Quran, alif, ya, wa, what are these letters whenever they don't have any sound? Aliyah. What are these letters whenever they don't have any sound? What are they called? So you remember what we learned before about the mad letters? How many are they? How many are the mad letters, Aliyah?
Yeah. How many of the what?
How many are the mad letters? The letters used for elongation. How many of they? How many are they?
That's how many are there?
How many are the mad
There's
letters? Huh?
3.
3.
there's 3.
3, yeah. So we have the alif, right? We have the ya mad and the wa
And
mad,
we have
right? So we have the alif mad, we have the wa mad, and we have the ya mad. So these alif, ya, and wa, these are letters that are part of the Arabic letters, but whenever they don't have sound at all, they don't have the sound that we'll learn later on, if, they will be used as met. They will be used to elongate the sound of letters. Okay? There are 6 letters which we call the throat letters. And these are the hardest letters to pronounce. These are the most difficult letters. And this is what we're going to spend a bunch of our work on today, everyone. The throat letters. What do I call them? What do I call these letters? The throat letters. Say it after me, everyone. Say the throat letters. Yes, you're not saying it. I want you to say after me. So these are the throat letters. These throat letters, there are 6 of them. out of all the 29 letters of the Quran. So we will pronounce these letters today without having any sound on them. So we can be able to pronounce them perfectly. So we're going to focus on one region today. So that as we move on the next couple of weeks, we'll learn each of the other regions. So to kind of go into the topic, right, I want you guys to say something, guys. I want you to repeat after me to make sure you're with me. So say the throat letters. Say it, everyone.
Okay.
Say the throat letters.
Throat letters.
Throat letters, right? So the throat letters, how many are those letters, Aliyah?
I said six.
6. How many are the throat letters, Fatima?
Fatima, there is 2. Wait, no,
Yeah.
3.
We have 6 throat letters. So these are all the throat letters. You see me circling this, right? You see that? Okay. These are the throat letters, and there are 6 of them. And so this is taking out some of the 6 letters, which are the most difficult to pronounce in the Quran for a lot of people because of where they come out from. The throat letters are coming out from the deep of the throat, right? And so the Gha. So the first one here is the. Who can pronounce this letter for me without having any sound on it? So this is Gha, right? All right, you see that letter? You see it. Have you all seen that letter before, right, Leah?
Yes.
Yeah. And many people do not know how to pronounce the Gha. They will say Ga, or they will say, they say Ga. They say Gain, right? That's how you're gonna say, right? Who's gonna pronounce the name of this letter? Is it a Gain or is it a Gain or Gain? Gain. Excellent. Right? Fatima, how do you pronounce this? Is it a Gain or Gain?
Coin.
Gain. Excellent. So it's Gha. Gha. So the throat letters, there are 6 of them, but they have different places where they come out from the mouth in the throat. So the throat has 3 layers. They have the Ghain come out from the top of the throat. So level 1. The and the Ha come out from the mid of the throat. And the A and Ha come out from the bottom of the throat. These 2 letters, these pairs come out from the same region. So everyone say Gha.
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 Gha. And so who's gonna pronounce this one for me? This one is Gha, right? Gha. So you see, when you pronounce it and feel it in your throat. If you don't, then you're not pronouncing the letter. Okay, we're gonna have some practice, guys. But the Gha and the Kha, so these 2 letters come out from the top of the throat. Gha, Kha, Gha, Kha, Gha, Kha. You see? Gha, Kha, Gha, Kha, right? Who's gonna practice pronouncing the Ain for me? Aliyah, how do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce that letter there? Second, number 2. What's that letter? How do you pronounce it? Right? So the Ghain and the Kha, they come from the first layer of the throat, like they're very close, but they're not the same sound. So you guys know whenever you're clearing your throat from maybe you have sore throat or you have some allergies, you want to clear the throat out of the sputum, right? Whatever you have in your throat. So the way you do that is the way you're gonna pronounce the ha. Right? And this one is gonna be gha, 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 right? So the ha and the gha, they come out from where? Did they come out from the mouth or from the throat? Where do they come out from? Did they come out from the mouth or the throat? The gha and the ha.
It comes from the throat.
From the throat, right? They come from the throat. And so they come from the top of the throat. So gha, ha, gha, ha, right? So the next set of letters that come from the throats, they come from the middle of the throat, and which is the ain. So one thing you should know is when you pronounce the ain, you're gonna block some air passage from your throat. Ah, ah. Everyone say ah,
Ah.
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 Okay. So, but when you pronounce the, you're gonna open out the the passage of the air in your throat. So so this one is gonna be pronounced like what? Like I see the camel is breathing. Have you guys seen a dog panting before, right? You've seen a dog running, and whenever the dog is tired, he's gonna sit down and be breathing heavily. So that's how the ha is pronounced. So the ha and the ah, they're pronounced. Who's writing on the screen for me? The ha, all right, the ha and the ah, right? They come from the same region of the mouth, which is the throat, and they come from what? They come from the middle of the throat. So I want Aliyah, pronounce this letter for us and make the difference. The ah and the ha. Pronounce those two letters for us. Ah. Say the ah again. Uh-huh. Ha. 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 So the ha will pronounce with the mouth, kind of like you release the throat and let some air breathe out from it. So like the way the dog is gonna pant, right? But when you pronounce the ain, it's going to be the opposite. The ain, you restrict the passage of the airflow from the throat. Okay, you see how it's so different from the ha. 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 So these are the main difference between these two letters. Although they come out from the same throat and they come out from the mid of the throat, but they pronounce differently. So that's why I said the letters of the throat are the most difficult letters to pronounce in the Quran. Okay, or the most Arabic letters that are difficult to pronounce because of the location of the articulation of those letters. So the top layer of the throat, you have the ghain, gha, 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 gha. Then kha, gha, kha, gha, kha. Then you have ah, ha, ah, ha, ah, ha. Right? So the third category of letters from the throat are these two letters here, the hamza and the ha. So let me pronounce the hamza for you guys. So when the hamza is having a fatha sound, it's gonna sound so the hamza is sounding like it's a clear, clear, but your mouth is wide open. But the ha comes with more energy. So these two letters, they come from the bottom of the throat. So I'm going to ask you guys these two questions in the Kahoot in a bit. So all these 6 letters learned today, these are the throat letters. And these are the most difficult letters that people find it hard to pronounce because of their location. They come from the throat. The throat is so fragile. And when you don't pronounce them, it doesn't make it hard to pronounce. But now we are saying these 6 letters come from the throat. So you make an attempt. Whenever you pronounce it, you're going to feel some kind of vibration from your throat. If you're not feeling the vibration, then you're not pronouncing those 6 letters correctly. So I want someone to pronounce the ain for me. Ali has done that earlier. I want Khalid pronounce these 2 letters, these 2 pairs that come from the middle of the throat, the ain and the ha. Pronounce it. How do you pronounce the ain? You got it, right? You got it. So means you're blocking the passage of the air from the throat. Ah, ah. But when you pronounce the second one, how do you pronounce the second one? How do you pronounce the second letter? You already pronounced the ain. Pronounce the second one.
Ha.
Ha. So like instead of you blocking the passage of the air from the throat, you're letting it go, right? Right? But the ain, the passage is blocked a little bit. Ah. 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 Sister Rebecca there. How are you doing? Yeah, so we're learning about the articulation of the letters today, and it's really a fundamental topic that's really important to know, because sometimes when you don't know where the letters come out from, you cannot pronounce them correctly. So we are going one after the other. Today we'll talk about two parts. We'll talk about the mud letters, one alif, yeah, whenever they don't have any sound, they are called the mud letters. So they are pronounced from the oral cavity or the mouth. They're pronounced from the oral cavity, which is the space between your tongue and the roof of the mouth. There's a noise coming from somewhere. Is it from you, Fatima?
Huh?
Is the noise coming from you? Or is it from someone making? There's a noise coming from somewhere. Okay, maybe you guys want to mute. Okay, yeah, it's from you. It's from you, Fatima. So are you playing something? Are you playing the app right now or what?
No, it's my sister.
Oh, your sister's playing the app. Okay, great. So yeah, I think I was hearing this sound, so I think it's coming from somewhere. Anyway, so let's kind of go back and this is what we're gonna learn only today. And if the only thing that we can get correctly, that's exciting. Then next week we'll come and talk about the other regions of the mouth where the letters come up from. So today we've taken care of the mouth, which is the oral cavity. So the letters that come out from the mouth are called the mud letters. So the mud letters are letters that are used for elongation. So like they don't have sound on their own. Okay, they don't have sound on their own. They used to elongate the sound of letters, to stretch sound of letters. And so that is when an alif doesn't have any sound, when a waw doesn't have any sound, when a ya does not have any sound. So it's gonna be so they used to elongate. They don't have sound on their own, but we'll learn that. That's a topic we're gonna learn separately in the Tajweed class. So how to elongate the sound of letters. Ba, ma, ti, when letters are prolonged in elongation. So we'll learn about that more specific in some other modules. So let's focus on this one here. I want us to do some practice before we do the quiz. I got a few minutes left. Okay. So Fatima, I want to try and pronounce the Hamza and the Ha. So I've just demonstrated how they get pronounced. The Hamza comes from the bottom of the throat. That's where the Hamza comes from, the bottom of the throat. The Ha also comes from the bottom of the throat with more pressure, right? So if you're not feeling the Ha at the bottom of the throat, you're not pronouncing it correctly. Okay, so we want to pronounce the Hamza for us, and we want to pronounce the. Let me mute you, Fatima. There's some noise that's disturbing a lot from your end. Okay. There's some noise coming from your end, Fatima. Okay. So I want someone to pronounce the Hamza for me. Khalid. How do you pronounce the Hamza? It comes from the bottom of the throat. And like when the Hamza, we'll talk about the Hamza, a lot in these classes. So the Hamza and the Alif, they are different, right? How do you pronounce it? Huh? Ah. 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 Great. Aliyah, what about you? How do you pronounce the Ha? Ha. 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 Say it. Ha. Say it. Ha. All right? Ha. Ha. So you see the zajr, you see the vibration, right? So ha is pronounced with vibration. Okay, I want Fatima to pronounce that. Fatima, pronounce for us the hamza. How do you pronounce the hamza?
Hamza.
No, pronounce the sound of it, not the name.
Oh.
Ah, ah,
Ah, ah,
ah. So it comes from the bottom of the throat. Ah. So pronounce the ha for us, the second one beside it. Ah, ah, ah. So you've seen the lion roaring before. You've seen how the lion, does whenever he's running after it's prey, right? Ah, ah. So the roaring of the lion is a similar way the ha is pronounced. Yeah. So they both come from the same region of articulation. They come from the same point of articulation, but the difference in terms of one additional character that the has. The ha has vibration, but the hamza does not have. It's a sharp sound. Ah, ah. So when we start reading letters with their sound, you guys will get to understand this better. But you need to learn how to pronounce the letters without their sound first before you can read them with their sound. Okay? So let me recap this and we're going to have a Kahoot quiz. You guys know how to do Kahoot quiz? Okay. So just to recap the lesson from today, we said there are 29 Quran Tajweed letters. How many do I say we have? 29. We have 29 Quran Tajweed letters. And out of those 29 Quran Tajweed letters, all those 29 Quran Tajweed letters, they come out from 5 regions from our speech system, including the mouth and the nose, right? They come out from 5 different regions. Okay. So today we'll talk about the jawf, which is the mouth, the oral cavity. The letters that come out from there is the mud letters. When an alif or a ya or a wa has no sound, they are used to elongate sound, so they come from the jawf. Then we'll talk about the thirds. The thirds has 6 letters that come out from that region. And so we have the top part of the thirds. So these 2 letters come from the top of the throat. Okay. And these ones come from the middle of the throat. Okay. And these ones come from what? From the bottom of the throats. Okay, so when you're pronouncing these letters, you're not feeling the throats, then you're not pronouncing them correctly. So pronounce them one more time and we'll do the Kahoot. So this is ra, ra, and this is ra, and this is ha, ha, right? So there's an app I'm gonna send into the chat, guys. It's called Tajweed Mate app. So you will pronounce the sound of the letters, and it will give you a mark of how perfect you are at pronouncing the letters. So you pronounce alif, you pronounce gha, sorry, you pronounce gha, kha, ah, ha, ha. It's gonna tell you how many percentage you correct. And so we'll give that as something you guys will all work on before the next class. Any question? Let's go and do our quiz, friends. Who's gonna want to do the quiz today? To recap the class, and so we can go and call it a day. So let's do the quiz. Fatima, have you done Kahoot quiz before?
Yes.
You've done Kahoot before?
Kahoot.
Kahoot.
Yeah, I do it at school.
Ooh, amazing. So do you like to have some today?
Yes.
Sure, let's go get it, guys. Let's go get the quiz. So it's mainly so we can revise what we've learned today. This is how we do in the class. So you don't go out of the class without having something on your hand to learn or to say you've learned that day. So we'll do the Kahoot quiz right now. I got 5 questions for all of you here, and that will revolve around what we've learned in the class today. Okay. So let me open it up. Let me open it up, folks. Let me get it open up. So who's gonna be doing it? Aliyah, Khalid. Are you still with me? Both of you?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, big house is big house, right?
So,
Okay, so
we're so fucking.
okay, do you guys have any question? Do you have any question in your mind?
No.
Okay, no questions. Okay.
I've
No questions. Okay, so let's start it, guys. Let me share the screen.
Okay.
Share the screen for the Kahoot. Where is the Kahoot hanging somewhere?
I don't have it.
Okay, there you go.
I have a bit. Hey, hey.
Oh, goodness.
Mm.
Hey, okay, so got you 5 questions, 5 good questions. You guys see the screen?
Mm,
Not yet?
no.
Oh, okay,
No.
so let me, okay, yeah, I got it, yeah. So you see the screen right now?
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
good.
see it.
You can see it, yeah. So it's coming up. We just want to use it to revise the lesson. So you guys leave the class today with solid information of what
One,
we've learned.
2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 3.
Okay, so let's do it. It's 5 questions. It's gonna be fast, quick one. Okay.
Sure. Do we have to do it on Safari?
You can do it anywhere.
Oh.
Okay, all it means okay, so put the pin. Let's go. I do have a class right now, guys. So let's go. Fatima, you can just follow us through with it.
When you're better.
Okay, so
Battle win. Okay, when you're winning.
the Quran letters articulation region are how many? Are they 5? Or 2 or 3 or 4? So where the letters come out from? Oh, folks, we said it. We said 5. So what makes you forget it? There are 5 regions where the letters come out from. Okay?
There's mouth.
I knew it was 5, but I thought you were gonna trick us since you said 5 first.
There's mouth. There's lips. There's throat.
So 5 letters.
Nose.
Right?
And the
5 letters. 5 region of the mouth. So 5, not any of the ones you guys picked. Okay, so we have the mouth. We'll talk about the throat today. We have the lips, the tongue, and the nose. So the throat letters are 6. Okay, we got 6 throat letters. Okay. Okay.
True or false?
Okay, the oral cavity. The mouth letters come from the oral cavity. I told you guys, right? The oral cavity. So which is the mouth? The space between the roof of the mouth and the tongue. So the alif, mad, waw, mad, and ya mad.
The Quran letters are true.
The Quran Tajweed letters are how many? Oh man, that's a quick one, right? 29. Okay, 29. 29 of them. And the last question is going to be, so what is that? The letter in the image below is pronounced from where? Is it from the throat, from the lips, from the oral cavity, or from where? Yeah, from the throat. So, 2 things or 3 things you gotta take home from today. There are 29 of the Quran letters. Okay, and these letters come out from 5 regions of the speech system. And we have the mouth, which has the mad letters come out from there. We have the thirds, which are 6 letters. So kha, ha, ghain, a, and ha. They all come out from the thirds. Okay. That's great, guys. Amazing. Sure. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see you next week. So I'll put something in the chat in the for those of you guys who are already on our orientation portal. I'll put a quick homework there so you guys will be able to record yourself reading the letters and able to pronounce the sound, and
Maaher,
you will get the sound. You get a
this is
record
Maaher.
of your performance in the portal chat, inshallah. Okay. I'll see you guys next week, inshallah.
Bye.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bye.